What up, y'all? I'm back today with a new build for the Lightning Mercenary. The focus for this one is piercing, wide chaining, and forking to spread the damage as far as possible without taking a massive hit in the DPS. It's pretty crazy how far this damage and electrocution spreads off the screen at times. This build uses 3 active skills and 3 passive skills. Because our damage is constantly spreading, we don't need to focus as heavily on ailment procs. This has fast AoE attacks with auto spamming on hit, lightning passive blasts that also help to electrocute. The basic shards AoE skill is enough for all in-game normal, magic, and most rare enemies. For single targets like bosses, we use voltaic grenade for ailments and burst damage, and then we follow up with shock burst rounds for even further boosted damage. High evasion is in this build to help dodge most hits. This doesn't use acrobatics. It was a little too difficult to get the evasion high enough to even justify it without sacrificing elsewhere. First off is the mandatory staple for my lightning based builds, Kiriko's current jeweled gloves. I love this unique because it's really opened the door for some powerful crowd control on my mercenary. Next we have the optional Ingenuity utility belt. This pairs well with the 2 breach rings this build uses. Make sure that one of the rings you get physical bonus damages, lightning bonus damages, as well as a percentage to increase to the lightning damage. Next we have expert steel toe boots with 35% movement speed and evasion bonuses. Expert studded vest with evasion bonuses. Expert felt cap with evasion bonuses. Stellar amulet with evasion and damage taken recouped as life. Use the remaining bonuses on the equipment to max out your resistances and whatever else you may need. For the crossbow, I do recommend +6 or higher levels to projectile skills, physical and lightning damage boosts, and sockets for extra damage. I'm currently sitting at 69 evasion with my main 3 elemental resistances maxed out and 30% to chaos. Looking at the skills, I placed the support gems in order from the most to the least important for the players who don't have max slots. So Galvanized Shards is the main AoE for mobbing. Your attacks will have a high rate of shock and electrocution on hit thanks to how the damage spreads. Every time you hit an enemy, you'll passively blast everything with multiple Herald of Thunder lightning blasts that also assist in electrocution. Every time enemies are killed, you'll instantly replenish all 5 of your Herald of Thunder lightning bolts. It's like the one-shot electrocution build, but on a larger scale. We're also using voltaic grenades and shock burst rounds on this build for bosses or any occasional rare that's difficult to deal with. Open with the grenades to build ailments, and then follow up with shock burst rounds for the boosted single target damage. Overwhelming Presence is loaded up with utility support gems, and Herald of Thunder is boosted with elemental damage and AoE support gems. It's also further boosted by the passives in the passive tree. The focus on the Witch Hunter tree is the full line for the culling passives and sorcery ward. The key points here on the normal passive tree is half of the reload speed nodes, evasion boosts, increased culling strike threshold, lucky lightning damage, ailment boosts, herald boosts, and piercing, forking, and chaining boosts. You can take a detailed look at each of the individual nodes in-game or on Mobalytics. The focus on the Witch Hunter tree is the full line for the culling passives and sorcery ward. The AoE spread on this build is ridiculous, and the damage is great. Everything in this build works together beautifully. I'm only level 87 because I spend so much time messing with builds and testing stuff out, so I'm missing a bunch of passive pure damage nodes for this showcase. And as you can see, it does really well even without them, often killing in one hit already. The extra damage as I level closer to 100 is really just going to be icing on the cake. It's also addicting watching the electrocution spread through hordes of enemies at lightning speed. Enjoy! I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching. I've got more content like this and other stuff on the way. Feel free to drop a like and make fun of me in the comments. See ya!